What do these motherfuckers have to hide? Honestly, okay? Because they wouldn't comply with subpoenas to begin with. At least that was the board of directors or whatever. They didn't want to comply with that. And they're all staffed with definite Republicans. 100%. They're all on Trump's side, right? No, they were all John McCainites. His appointees, and the lingering ghost of him. Those were the ones that didn't want to comply. No, but this time around, Democrats magically sued to have an injunction, a temporary restraining order to stop the audit. What the fuck are they trying to hide? What are they trying to hide? A judge in Arizona on Friday halted the audit of the vote of the 2020 election. Maricopa County Superior Court Judge Chris Corey said the pause is meant to be temporary. Sure. It starts at 5 p.m. on Friday and runs through noon on Monday. Yes, stop for the weekend when nothing bad could happen. Oh no, that facility magically got struck by lightning and it burnt down. Oh no, all the ballots were lost. Looks like the election was all on the up and up. Like I said before, when we were reporting on this yesterday, I don't know. If everything was on the up and up, you shouldn't have anything to hide. And even if anything is discovered on this one, it's not going to stop Joe Biden from being the president, right? It's not going to make Donald Trump the president. At the end of the day, it's 11 electoral votes. And it doesn't immediately make Trump the winner, okay? It would have to go through the impeachment process. You have to impeach Joe Biden for something funny that happened. This is just the process, right? You can't go back on this one. He's been enshrined as President of the United States of America. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. Unless, of course, you want Kamala, which, I don't know, maybe if we're going to put on our tinfoil hats on this one, maybe this is just the ultimate goal. Just put the front up there and then just impeach your way to 47. Who fucking knows? But let's get into the facts and logic. Corey, during a Friday hearing, held open the possibility of extending the pause to another hearing on April 26th, which would be Monday, to decide if there would be a continued halt on it, which of course that's what the Democrats who were suing for this from. This is not just nebulous Democrats. These are the Democratic law team that just magically sprung this for just really retarded reasons. But I'm saying if specifically, because we got to get through the first batch of information that came out, and then we can go into what's happening right now. The audit will only stop if the Arizona Democratic Party posts a $1 million bond meant to compensate the Arizona Senate for any expenses they get if they were wrongly enjoined. Good. I'm glad this is a judge who was actually on the up and up. The party on Thursday filed a lawsuit seeking to stop the audit, arguing the audit violated state law by lacking proper safeguards. The question here we are raising is the audit that the Senate and its agents are conducting violate any provisions of the state law. Oh, really? Now you're worried about adhering to state laws? Cool. Rupali Desai, can't be racist, can't be sexist, a lawyer for the plaintiffs, told the judge, and it is those specific violations of the law that brings us here to your courtroom today. You're just standing up for the people, right? That's the Democrats for you, the party of the working man. Right. A judge in the earlier case ruled that the county must comply with subpoenas from the state, and they definitely did that and didn't take them an additional 3 months. Voter information could be made public because of lax security. Really? Really? Now you're worried about security. That's cool. Arizona's Democratic Party. It's not a very big party. The phone lines were not accepting phone calls, and its website did not list an email address. Nothing sketchy about that. Was it also running on a GeoCities website? Desi's law office did not return requests for comment. A lawyer for the Senate, which subpoenaed the equipment and ballots on an audit and hired 4 firms to conduct it, keep that in mind, argued that the plaintiffs did not provide evidence for their claims. Merits aside, we've not heard a word from the plaintiffs about how the constitutional clause saying that members of the legislature are immune from civil process while the legislature is in process doesn't apply. Is in processes that don't apply. Okay. Said Corey Loeffler, the attorney, or Langhofer, sorry. All these stupid names look exactly the same. You should probably get your fucking facts in a row before you start suing all willy-nilly if you don't want things to get tossed out, which kind of happened. Anyways, the audit of the 2.1 million ballots and equipment used in the presidential election including 385 tabulators, was scheduled to start on Friday after delivery to the Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Phoenix. I hope all of their firefighting equipment is up to snuff. But good news, sort of, I guess, maybe. Maricopa County 2020 election audit appears to be on track to go ahead after Democrats refused to pay the bond. Yeah, they just wanted to try to get away with this without having to pay anything. They want to put up opposition, and they just don't really want to follow through on it. Thank God they are the party of sloth. The Arizona Democratic Party on Friday said it will not pay a judge-ordered $1 million bond, suggesting that the audit will continue unabated after a court earlier in the day ordered a pause of Maricopa County votes during the 2020 election. I hope people have security footage rolling on everything that happened during the injunction. The Arizona Democratic Party released a statement confirming it won't pay. This is where I said, remember, keep in mind that there are 4 firms working on this. Today's temporary restraining order required that cyber ninjas turn over all documents regarding their internal procedures. What about the 3 other firms? Interesting. Which should have been made immediately available to the public if they were a transparent and credible process. Projection. We are looking forward to the first actual explanation of the procedures, and we sincerely hope that these documents are keeping in a best practices as has been demanded by the Arizona Secretary of State. That bitch who went off in a huff about 3 or 4 different times during the different recounts that were ordered and never followed through on, the different subpoenas that were issued and weren't followed through on as well, and her calling Trump supporters racist or Nazis. I can't remember which one it was, but it's Katie Hobbs. We looked at her Twitter. I'm not sure if those videos are still up because most of the election coverage has been taken down, but it's still over on Rumble. Go take a look over there. It's a good website. Simultaneously post over there, and I get some really good conversations. So if you're interested, of course. But of course, they decide with the Arizona Secretary of State. She's one of the only Democrats who's in an elected position there. They also accuse Senate Republicans of a lack of transparency. You just can't make this stuff up. Regarding the actual cost of the audit, which makes the question, when have Democrats ever cared about what something costs? That's just weird. Which makes the question of posting $1 million bond laughable. No, the only thing that's laughable is this lawsuit that was just slapped together and get followed through with. The pause would have started at 5 p.m. local time Friday and lasted until noon on Monday, April 26th. But that's not the case. The Arizona Democratic Party will not risk our supporters' hard-earned dollars to pay off cyber ninjas. I'm sure George Soros and Big Tech knows that their $1 million is probably safe, and don't worry, there's plenty more where that came from. So yeah, that's just a little update on what's going on in Arizona, because they were told to stop and they're just allowed to keep going. So we'll see if they're going to continue the tabulation over the weekend. I'll be keeping an eye on this stuff. If any Democrats or if anybody wants to try to stick their nose in this stuff, I find it very, very interesting while they're getting so defensive, but not too terribly defensive. They were just kind of being bitches about this, and well, that's who they assigned to the case to try to stick their little noses in it. But I'm going to edit this stuff up and then enjoy the rest of my Friday. I think I got a pinched nerve in my neck, so hopefully it didn't affect too much today, and hopefully I can be a little bit more animated tomorrow, because I kind of feel like I've got the Michael Keaton bat suit on, where it's just kind of the Sentinel-like movements. And with that said, I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.